I'm going to say it's been hard, a little hard, because I've been so so busy all the time. And I think, wait, I may have screwed up with the camera this time. Let me get this a little bit way upper. Well, I think that might be too much, but maybe it's fine. Yeah. So now you can see my mess. Well, I'm going to be on this side covering that and just showing half my mess. But yeah, I've been pretty busy. Uh, I just woke up. I just woke up because this morning I had to do some stuff. Well, I'm about to tell you about that. Guess what? My mother, and me, of course, were promoting one. Like we have a we're entrepreneurs, right? Have yeah, we are right. We have a little thingy, which in which we sell food, like food stuff, like sauces and stuff. Now, throughout this week, we have been selling rice with milk, which is called arroz con leche. I don't know what would be the name for that in English exactly because rice with milk or rice with milk sounds pretty weird if you ask me. So yeah, we've been doing that, and last 2 days we're counting today as well. Oh, you know what? Yeah, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday we have been selling this stuff like a lot, a lot. So today I had to go myself, me and myself, to college and sell those to my college friends. So yeah, I've been pretty tired. So I just arrived at home. I already worked out and shit. Arrived at home and then slept and watched something, some video because I was just tired. But right now, and I'm all up for it. Right? I may look a little tired, but just that's not the case. So yeah, it's been pretty amazing lately. Now, only worrying thing about my life these past few weeks. Not only that, I haven't taken the time to do the videos, but also my volleyball club might just like pause for a bit because the teacher hasn't really found a new space in. Well, he doesn't really have time to do that. So for now, we're still just doing the training at Fridays. But well, that's not enough for me, right? That's not enough for me, and unfortunately, there's no other club that I can go to. So I won't give up. Of course, I won't give up. I'm trying to do training on my own, whatever I can do. And well, how I see it is, well, most likely, we have to go to the formative, like the recreational group of volleyball, to try and do my best there and try to get promoted. Because yes, I'm not that bad at volleyball. I'm not that good. I'd say a mid tier level. And I was just learning, and I got to at some point that okay, I understand the game. I do this, I do that, yada yada yada. I'm half decent. So yeah, I probably have to make some time for me to go to those classes. I can only go twice or once a week, so I have to do that, like, at least whatever I can do and whatever I can do on my own. And then after that, I can just go boom boom. Yeah, I wanted to use that because I watch I watch your main coach interview, and I don't know, that guy's pretty funny, pretty charismatic. So yeah, so I have to do that. I have to go boom boom, with my schedule, with my subjects, just assign them at a time in which I can go to the volleyball stuff, preferably all week or mostly all week. If I can only go 3 4 days, well, that's all right. I'll work with that because that's what I've done from all the from So now since always. So yeah, probably have to do that. Like do what I can do now until this semester ends, and then after that, do what I can do in college, and then after that, and I know I will get there. I will get to the actual representative team because I can be there, and I just feel it, right? I may not be right now at the moment up to it, but in the meantime, whatever I do to get to that moment, I will be ready for that, and I know it. I still have stuff to learn. I know I have a lot to learn, but I know if I keep training, if I keep doing what I'm doing up to that point, I will be ready for that. I will be ready for that. And now taking that aside, now let's do yeah the English classes. How have they been? Well, pretty much lame. Yeah, like it's pretty much it was this week is what it was like assignment, write this stuff, hand it over to me like lady, that's not what's supposed that was not that's not what the Colombo is about, at least not for me. For me it's not like a second school, right? Like that's stupid. For me that makes no sense. Well maybe just maybe these other guys might need that kind of stuff, but I don't. And I think that nobody does because if you make English like something that rudimentary, let's say uh, like didactic, you know, not dynamic, like rusty in a way, like like it doesn't move, right? Like you're just doing works and works and well, I have no problem with that. I mean, my imagination is off the charts with English. I'm not anyone. Like, I'm not a nobody in English, right? So yeah. But what I'm saying is the way that I learned was not that way because that way is mostly not enough. Not enough for anyone. So yeah. Only thing is if I get to do the speaking stuff, well I gladly do them with all my love because I love to talk and I don't care whatever anybody tells me. So yeah, if we're doing that, I'm doing that. If we're doing the other stuff, I'm doing the other stuff. But either way, I'm doing the other stuff like in a resentful manner. And why is that? You might ask. Well, if you haven't noticed, that's not the way I do stuff. And now I'm just talking to you. I'm not pretending I'm talking to that lady because I wouldn't talk to that lady in a million years. I don't like her. Oh, it fell down. That was such a bad timing, man. I got scared. I got scared. So yeah, I don't like her, but that's it. I'll just do my work and do whatever I have to do, and that will be it. Of course, I will excel if I do the speaking. Of course, I'll do, because guess what? And that's also that's also something that I want to say because my classmates, my classmates are so far behind at times. Like man, that day I got to work with one of them, and I hate that guy pretty fucking much, like with every fucking hating bone in my body, and I don't have any. So yeah, it's that bad because if you're there to learn a language, let's say it could be any language, right? It could be Italian, it could be French, it could be Japanese, I don't know, Russian, it could be anything. It could be anything. Now, I consider I consider that at the point we are, if you guys were able to go through the normal course of the Colombo, like the normal course, like the traditional course, and now you're going to the B2 course, I at least expect you guys to fucking improvise most of the chats, right? Most of the stuff, because that's what English is about and that's what language is about. You don't guyonize what you're doing. You don't make a script for a simple conversation. You just talk it out and it just happens, right? Now, maybe most of my classmates have that have that skill honed a little bit, and that's fine. That's pretty much fine. That's I can work with that. I don't care. But that one guy that I got to work it, I'm tired of him because it's the same with him all the time. Like he doesn't have any creativity whatsoever. So I was just pretty much saying, okay, we can do this conversation. I just like I just talk to you and say this and that, yada yada yada. We do this. I have to talk to you about something. That's it, right? Like just pre-conceptual stuff. Like yes, we do this. We talk about this, and that's it. And that guy, that guy has the courage to ask me, but tell me, what are you going to ask me so I can know what to say? Like, brother, maybe that makes sense for you and your basic English. I'm sorry if I'm being like pretty cocky right now. I mean, I don't really care, but it is what it is. When you're in a center, when you're in a certain space, you expect something from the people inside there. You expect something from the people that are part of that space, that are sharing that space with you, right? So I firmly said to him, bro, you don't need to know. You don't need to know. He said, no, I need to know because it seems force and stuff. Like, man, it's just a conversation. Of course, it's going to look forced from time to time. In real life, sometimes conversations seem forced. And that's just how the language works. You can try to talk to someone in Spanish, and it may seem forced. Firstly, because maybe you don't know that person. Secondly, because you're not good talking, which is fine. We all start somewhere, right? But the point is, you always have to look forward to make the first step to progress, which is taking off all that stuff that makes you feel comfortable in a certain setting, right? So let's say I'll play volleyball. Yeah, simple example. I'll play volleyball, and I don't know. I like to play in the back row, but not because I can't play in the front row, but because I feel safer in the back row. That's my comfort zone. And I would say, no, I don't want to play the front row because I don't feel safe there. I mean, I could do it, but no, not really. I'll stick with playing libero, right? That would be like the mentality of someone that doesn't wanna take the first step to actual progress. So yeah, you have to you have to unleash your wings and start flying, man. That's it. So, and that's what I'm saying. Like when I was practicing volleyball at first, I didn't fucking knew what I wanted to play. So, and therefore I was consequently put as a libero. I play as a libero and only libero. Yeah, libero this, libero that. And also, whenever someone wanted me to play front row, I didn't want it. I didn't want it to because I'm not that good at volleyball. I mean, I could try, but I'm not that good. That's what I was thinking. And then with practice, constant practice, mentality and stuff, I got to say, okay, you know what? I don't care whatever they put me. I'm just going to play, and that's it. And that was it. And that was it. I was able to play, and sometimes as an outside hitter, which I love. I love the first time I got to do that with the club at a practice setting. I just fucking crushed that ball, like fucking got there. I jump and then I just that was amazing, man. That's the point of learning. Also, when I got to play as a opposite, but a back row opposite, I did the same. A front row opposite, I did the same. That's the point, right? So that's what I'm trying to say with this. Like when you're in a determinate group of people which share an interest, the least you expect is for the same people that are sharing the space with you is to share the same skills, at least at a minimum level. because that's how stuff works. That's how stuff works in a work setting. Well, probably you have to make up for someone that doesn't want to work, and I know that. That's why most of the times, if I get paired with someone, let's say college, school, the fucking Colombo, and fucking anywhere, if I have to do stuff by my own, I'll do it by my own because someone has to do it. But what I'm saying, like in a perfect setting, in which it is pretty desirable and pretty mandatory for all of us to learn and to help each other learn, you have to take your part in it, right? Like you have to do your part. It's not only about the other people, it's also about you and me, and that guy and that other guy. It's about all of us. Whatever we are here in space, whatever happens, it's all the fingers are pointing us. We people. We the people that just act, the people that do this stuff, the people that bring the light to it, right? So that's what I that's what I have been storing up in my heart for all these weeks that I haven't done a video in a while. So I know I've said twice that I was going to get back to it, which guess what? Like some people say, well, like all people say, the third time, the third time, the third time is a charm. So that's what's going to happen. Bye bye.